Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So in last episode we had the complete offseason and we drafted a pretty good player actually with our first pick. I'll show you guys him right now. His name is Larry Sure, and I actually offered some contracts to some of the lower league guys because I want them playing in the AHL right away. Now, so I'm going to sign anybody with potential no matter what of their overalls, unless you're like a 40 something, but anyways. So let's go over to, where is it? Unsigned, was he an unsigned? No, I think I already signed him to a contract, but he's not going to be able to play in the AHL, unfortunately, because he was in the CHL last season. So, sort by salary. So, Larry Sure, as you can see, this guy was a low elite, which is not the greatest potential-wise, because low elites don't seem to grow, but this guy will grow, I could tell you that, because he is a 63 right out of the draft, and he's got really good stats all around. To like his lowest stat looks like is his fighting skill. So, but he's 5'9", 173. So I'm expecting this guy's going to be a really good speedster, good passer, considering he's a playmaker. So yeah, he will be in the AHL team maybe in 2 seasons, or he might be in the NHL by then if he grows really well during this season simulation. I also actually gave contracts to our low leads, so I gave Heck a contract. He's going to be playing on our 4th line now. And then I also gave a contract to Victor Schrader, I think. But I don't think he's eligible to play in the AHL just yet. But I basically gave contracts to everybody that has potential, so that even includes Nicholas Whiting, who is our medium elite goaltender. I just want them to get growing because they don't seem to be growing as unsigned players, so might as well give them some time down there in Iowa. But yeah, anyways guys, so this episode we're going to get half of the season all simulated. We might even get more of it done if I could get it done quickly enough. I just want to get some growth from our youngsters and that sort of thing. There is one trade I might want to do at the deadline, but you guys are going to have to let me know down below in the comments if you guys think this is a solid trade to do. Basically, I was looking through the trading block the other day on what teams have available, and I went to the Winnipeg Jets, and the Winnipeg surprisingly has one player on the block that's interesting, and that's Nikolai Ehlers. So basically, to get Nikolai Ehlers, though, as you can see, he's got a pretty solid amount of trade value. He's listed as an 80 overall, but he's a first-line forward, so I'm feeling this guy actually is like an 85, 86, but he doesn't have any morale issues over in Winnipeg, so I don't know if he's greater than an 80 overall or he's still an 80 overall but somehow listed as a first liner. But he's got some really good shooting stats, obviously good passing, that sort of thing. He could help out our power play for sure. But in order to get somebody like this, we'd have to part with some decent players. So in order to get him, we'd have to trade away somebody old like Ryan Suter, which Winnipeg actually wants, surprisingly. So let's just show you guys what I was planning on doing, but I'm not going to do it just yet. So Suter would be the first part of this deal, and then we'd also have to give away probably a good prospect. So we'd have to give away someone like Taylor Radish, who we actually traded for last season. I think it was last season or it was the season before, but we'd have to add him to the deal, and I don't think that would go through just yet. So in order to just sweeten the deal maybe a touch, we'd have to add in like our 4th round pick for this year, and I think that would probably go through, but I'm not 100% sure with that. And then also in that way, Nikolai Ehlers, if he was to play on our team, we'd have to also probably call up somebody from the AHL to replace Radish, because Radish is currently on the 4th line center role, that sort of thing. So I don't know exactly if I want to do this trade. I know Ehlers would help us out a lot, and he's signed for 3 years, so it's a pretty good contract. But yeah, let me know down below, guys, if you think I should do that trade at the deadline, because I think that would benefit our team. Hopefully he's still on the block around then. Also, Justin Falk actually is on the trading block. That wouldn't be a bad person to trade for, considering he was actually born in St. Paul, Minnesota, or South St. Paul. Bring the guy back to his home state, I guess you could say. So let's go all the way up to January 1st, and then we'll check our player stats so far for the season. I'm hoping we're a good team considering how we were last season, but we did lose a lot of players during off season, like who was it? Charlie Coyle we lost Michael Hutchinson and stuff like that. So I don't know exactly how I feel if we're going to make the playoffs or not. However, there was a very good player that I was looking at in the draft, and it's a medium franchise that's supposed to go in the top 5. So if for some reason we have a very bad simulation this season, we might be able to get a franchise center on the team, which wouldn't be so bad. I haven't seen really much franchise players in GM mode, so preseason we went 5-1. Hopefully that continues in the season, and Dubnyk starts off the season with a shutout. Nice. And we're 4-0 to start the season. Dubnyk's got 2 shutouts. Okay. Maybe this team is going to play good right away. 6-0. 6-0-1. At least we still don't have a regulation loss, but it's probably going to come soon. And draft class is weaker than normal. Okay. Except for there is that franchise potential player, but I don't know if he's actually going to be franchised because it said medium franchise, which means more than likely he's a franchise player. But you never know with the actual simulations. So we're going to keep in tabs on the AHL as well, seeing if our guys are growing as well. Kyle Palmieri for a first and a second. I am going to decline that. It wouldn't be that bad to bring in somebody like Kyle Palmieri because their right wing's kind of weak. But I don't know exactly where I'm going to slot him in. And okay, this is an insane offer. Fowler, I think, is very old though, or getting there. Fowler and a 4th. Fowler's on a 6-year deal for 2 firsts and Taylor Radish. So I'm not going to accept this yet, but that is a potential trade that I wouldn't mind doing. So Fowler, 28. So that would take him until he's 34. He's still really good overall, and we get a 4th round pick out of it for this year. But we have to give up our first for this year and next year, and then we also give up a prospect. The thing is, we have a lot of players that are close to retirement, so we might not be great next season or for the rest of this season. So I'm not going to accept that just yet. And we got our first injury. So Nino Niederreiter has been injured with a pulled groin. His estimated return is November the 21st. So let me just edit the lines, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, guys, so we got Olsen on the forward core, even though he's not a good forward. He's actually a defenseman, but we're going to just put him in anyways just because that's the only player we have as a depth guy, considering there's not a lot of good AHL players that we are able to call up at the moment. So we should probably, if we're going to trade for somebody at the deadline, maybe we want to pick up some more kind of depth for the NHL club. You know, we're going to scout the WHL, just keep scouting the WHL because that's where the franchise guy was, and Jay Bryland, Sabres friend, my friend, if you guys go check out his YouTube channel, he said though that if you scout a place a lot, you'll see if they have the franchise players, you want to always scout there because that's where the best players usually are, which is true. So Lauzon, top 6 defenseman, 76 overall, that's not too bad. 23, so this guy is pretty good, but I don't really want to bring him in just because we have all our youngsters playing in the AHL currently, so I'm going to decline that. As much as I would like to snag up some young guys, I just don't like claiming players off waivers. So Niederreiter's already back, so I'm going to quickly just do this roster move, which shouldn't take super long. So it was Nino that we need to put back in, right? Yes, it was Nino. Hopefully he doesn't get re-injured. Oh wait, it wasn't. I swapped the wrong player, I think. Who was the player I swapped? Jaskin. Yeah, Jaskin needs to be playing there. Nino was playing. Yeah, we'll just put Nino back to the second line. Granlund, how's he been this season? Yeah, he's been really good. So we're going to put Granlund on the first line. Also just as a precautionary wise, just so Niederreiter doesn't get re-injured. So we're 13-6-1 so far in our first 20 games, so we're having a good season simulation here. Hopefully it keeps up the entire season. I might just end up doing the entire season in 2 videos and not even actually asking for your guys' opinions. It's just I have to get a lot of stuff pre-recorded, and it's kind of hard to put out videos when I'm in school still. So Justin Braun, 4 years left. No, I think he's already over 30. Josh Manson, we're getting offered a lot of defensemen, but I don't really want to bring in any of these guys at the moment. Now we have a lot of regulation losses. It's kind of piling up a bit. Might have to change up the lines for the second half. It seems like Dubnik's been getting a decent amount of shutouts. I think I've seen at least 4 shutouts this season so far, but I don't know if it's him or if it's Calvin Pickard. Hopefully Pickard's been playing solid as a backup, because we signed him to a 2-year deal, I think. So yeah, we're gonna go to defenseman in the WHL, see if we can find some good players over there. Game against St. Louis, and we got an injury, and it's Devin Dubnyk, so we're gonna have to call up Capo Kakinen, I guess. So I'm gonna make my line changes, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay guys, so Kakinen is now our backup goaltender to Pickard. Pickard actually was up to an 83, so I think he has been playing pretty good. So we're up here at January 1st. Hopefully Devin Dubnyk doesn't get re-injured when he comes back, but it's like closer to the end of the month. So Jordan Greenway's leading the team. How the hell is Jordan Greenway leading the team with 24 points in 36 games? And we're currently outside of the playoffs too. That's not looking good. I'm probably going to do some line changes after we look at the player stats. So entire league-wise, actually let's just go Western Conference. Let's see how our player stats are, where we are with standings-wise. Yeah, see, we're just outside of a playoff spot, so it's not too horrible. We're not scoring a lot, though. That's kind of surprising. Yeah, we have the worst goals for per game. Yeah, we're in a playoff spot, but we're letting in very little goals. So we're a very good defensive team. We're a top defensive team, but we're the worst goals, like, offensive team. So might have to change up. Yeah, the power play is dragging, so the power play is the worst in the league, and the penalty kill must be one of the best. No, it's not one of the best either. Okay, I'm going to probably change up the lines right after I show you guys the player stats so far. So currently, Jordan Greenway leads with 24 points, Kaprizov 23, Dumba 23, Grayland 21, Kunin's got 18 points. Nobody really standing out here. Maybe that's just because of that. And Henrique's only got 7 points. I picked this guy up in off-season, but at least he's only got 1 year. But 7 points, I think I have him on the first line as well. Like, how much ice time does this guy have? Average ice time is 18 minutes, and yet he's not putting up much points. Maybe I have to move Henrique down in lines to, like, the third line. Maybe he's setting people back a bit. Goaltending-wise, Pickard's 5-8-1. Okay, and Dubnyk was really good, 16-6-1, 945 save percentage, and a 1.61 goals against average. So, and actually Dubnyk's potential went down to an exact starter from an exact elite. So Dubnyk might be getting closer to his retirement, which is not good. Down in the minors, let's see, Whiting's 3-8-1. Yeah, I didn't expect him to be that good right away, but he's 3-8-1 with an 893. Yeah, he's not playing that great, but he's probably going to get growth from it. Defensively in the AHL, let's see how our youngsters are playing. Ty Smith is growing. He's up to a 57 now. He's got 2 points. Hodges has got 9 points in 37 games, and he's up to a 62. So our low elite defenseman is growing nicely. Still going to be a long way from the NHL. I think maybe 2 seasons at least. Right wingers, Lundina's got 9 points. Okay. Gonchar's got 6 points, 62 now as well, so he's growing. Hex still 55. Okay, and centers, let's see. Lundström 17 points, he's up to a 69. I think he was actually a 70 last season, so this guy's still taking his time to grow. And Duffy's up to a 58, so not the greatest growth so far from our youngsters. Hopefully Sure is growing in the CHL currently. So yeah, I'm gonna edit the lines, guys, and then we'll start back up the simulation. Okay guys, so I changed up the lines a tiny bit, so we're gonna go all the way to March 1st, which is the trade deadline. I'm gonna see if there's anybody available, and if there's not, I don't know, I'm probably just gonna get the remainder of the season done almost in this video, just because I'd like to kind of get this like kind of series like picked up, and hopefully we could get the series like all 25 seasons done by like February or something in real life. So we are 3-0 since my line changes, so hopefully that's gonna help us. And it looks like we might have an injury because it's taking its sweet ass time. Maybe not. Okay, there's back-to-back overtime/shootout losses. Winnipeg and Eriksson Ek has been injured till the 21st, so right before Dubnyk comes back. So I'll add the lines again and see you guys in a sec. Okay, guys, so Olofsson's playing forward again, and we're getting offered Sean Couturier for a first and a fourth. That's an interesting offer. We don't really need Couturier. He's got 2 years left, but he's only an 83, so he's basically like the same thing as Henry. So we're gonna reject that for now. Dubnyk is back. That is great news. I'm gonna keep Kakinen up here, I think, till the end of the season though. And reason being is I don't want him to get claimed. I don't know if he would get claimed. He's already 24. He probably would get claimed. So yeah, we're just gonna leave him up here for now. Vatanen for a first. No, thank you. I'm going to decline that for now. And multiple players on Minnesota are eligible to be put in. Okay, so Olofsson, you were going to be replaced by, who was it that got injured again? Oh, yes, Eriksson Ek. So Eriksson Ek could go back to the center role. Greenway goes here, and boom. And defensively... goalies. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. I also put Granlund, as you guys could have saw, in the first line center role instead of the right wing slot. Maybe that changes things up. So Mason Shaw's been injured with a concussion. That's AHL replaced player. A lot of injuries happening this season so far. And it's not been the greatest for simulation wise, but hopefully we have a chance still to win a cup. That is our main goal currently right now. And then maybe we'll go into a bit of a rebuilding stage with young prospects and trading away players like Eric Stahl and whatnot. Yeah, we'll go back actually to the WHL for goaltenders. 6 weeks. Okay, so we're getting close to the trade deadline. Our record's looking better than it was. William Karlsson in a fourth for an addition, fifth and a sixth. William Karlsson's not even that good. I don't know why they want to offer me William Karlsson. Kevin Hayes, a fifth and a sixth for my first. No thanks. Because I don't know for sure, if 100% sure where we are in the standings. Jeff Carter, he's dropping off though, probably for a second and a fifth. Decline. A lot of these would benefit our team, but I just don't know if I want to do them at the moment. It depends where we are seated in the standings once the trade deadline happens. So Nick Bonino in a fourth and a fifth for Radishin. Rafalski, decline. Yeah, we're probably going to get the trade deadline thing done in this episode. I know it's running a little late, but I'm probably going to... Yeah, let's just leave it like that. I'm probably just going to edit the part out where I go look for, see who's on the trading block, and if there's any trades, I'll get back to you guys. If not, then I'll sim to the end of the season after that. So Shahan, a fourth and a fifth for our second. Interesting. I'm going to decline that for now. Shahan's not the greatest. Nelson in the fifth for our first. No. And let's see. Tatar, Perron for 2 firsts. No. Not going to take that. Okay, I think we should be a playoff team with that record. 35, 19, and 9. Depends how we play in March, I guess, as well. Kyle Rau's been injured in the AHL, but it looks like it must be a day-to-day. No, it hasn't. I'll just replace him. Donskoy in a fifth for a third and a fifth. No, thank you. Okay, so we're up here at the trade deadline. Let's just take a look at our player stats so far for the season. You know what? Actually, maybe. You know what? I might get this season still done. I don't know if I want to get all of it done at once. So currently, we're second in our division. That's good. Let's see. Goals for per game is going up now. Still the worst in the division. How is it in the league though? So it's not the worst in the league anymore. So we're scoring better than we were, and we're still allowing the second most goals against, or least goals against per game. Pittsburgh's number 1 now, and our power play still struggling, and our penalty kill still struggling as well. So we got to pick up those special teams a bit. let's take our player stats. So Kaprizov leading the way now, 46 points in 63 games. He's already got 32 goals. So yeah, he might be on pace for like close to a 50 goal season. Granlund 46 points, Dumba 38, Greenway 36, Kunin, okay. Not too bad. Decent spread throughout the entire team. TVR's got 4 points in his first season with us. Radish has got 18 points and he's up to a 78 now, so it might be good to keep around Taylor Radish, but he's already 23, so he's slowly growing. There's a look at our goaltender stats, okay. AHL wise, let's see our prospects. So Whiting, 4-11 and 1, 876. Okay, not terrible. Wait, what was his overall though? It's still the same. Yeah, it is. Oh, this guy is not growing that great. Maybe I have to trade him. To be honest, he hasn't been growing like good, and his stats aren't the greatest. Let's see. Hodges 14 points still. Oh, he's up to a 63 now. Okay. Ty Smith 57 still. Right wingers, Lundina 15 points. Gonchar 14 points now, so he had a great little bit of simulation there. Hecht 6 points up to a 56. Lundestrom 22 points up to a 70. Okay. Duffy's got 9 points up to a 58. And yeah, that's for the AHL. So you know what, I'm gonna actually just end it here, but I am going to probably just come up with a trade, or maybe not any trades for next episode, just because I will kind of shape the way this team is made. Let's just take a look at our progress reports, so we could see if anybody like Sure grew at all. So NHL wise, who's been growing, I should know already. So Brodin, Jaskin is dropping probably. Yeah, they might be dropping already. Greenway is growing, I think. Kunin is growing somewhere. Yeah, he's growing as Deakin. And some other stats probably. Radish, where's he growing? His wrist shot accuracy and power, that's good. His stick checking's getting better, so he's becoming more of a penalty killer almost. And he's getting faster. And Larry Sure is up to a 65. Sweet. Yeah, this guy's definitely going to be HL bound next year. Let's see. So he's growing, yeah, everywhere in puck skills almost. His offensive awareness is growing. His defensive stats are growing nicely too. Might be a good penalty killer. His speed's getting better, and his physical is getting better as well. Lundestrom is growing. Yeah, it looks like we're getting some good growth from our youngsters. Cooperman's growing. He's up to a 56, but he's not even playing yet. Goaltending wise, where's Whiting? Whiting has not grown at all. I don't know if what I'm gonna do with this guy. He's seeming like he's gonna turn out to be a bust. Okay. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of our Minnesota LGM modes. So in next episode, I'm going to probably just maybe make a trade and fix up our team's offense a bit. And then we're going to get into the playoffs again and that sort of thing. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.